Hello students, last class we discussed about the features of sole trading business and sole trader. Today we are going to discuss about the advantages and disadvantages of sole trading business and a sole trader. Firstly, we will discuss about the advantages. The following are the advantages of a sole trader. The first advantage is easy formation. No legal formalities are required to initiate a sole trading concern. Any person capable of entering into a contract can start it, provided that he has the necessary resources for it. So, what is easy formation? See, in order to start a sole trading business, there are only lesser legal formalities, and in order to initiate a sole trading business, in some cases, there is no much legal formalities are required. Any person who are capable of entering into the contract and as well as when he is possessing the necessary amount of resources in order to start a sole trading business can start immediately without much legal formalities, and that is what regarding easy formation of a sole trading business. So you have to keep it in mind that in order to start a sole trading business there is no much legal formalities, and as well as any person who is having the capability of entering into the contract, that is a person who is of sound mind, the person who is the age of completed 18 years, and all such person can enter into a contract. So those persons who can able to enter into a contract can start a sole trading business. Only one condition, that he must possess the necessary resources for starting a sole trading business. And the second advantage of sole trading business is incentive to work hard. See, always there is a direct relationship between effort and reward, and the fact that the entire profit can be taken by himself without sharing with anybody else induces him to work ceaselessly. So here, why? What is the relationship between hard work and reward? Always there is a direct relationship between hard work and reward. How? Because when you are work hard, automatically you will get more return. In the same way, the sole trader, whenever he works hard, automatically he will get more profit. On the other hand, in case if he is not putting much effort, on the other hand, definitely he will get only lesser profits, or else he may even get a loss also. And that is what, always there will be a direct relationship between effort and even reward. The fact that the entire profit can be taken by himself without sharing with anybody else also induces him to work ceaselessly. Whatever may be the profit earned by a sole trader, entirely those profit will be enjoyed by whom? Only the sole trader will enjoy the entire profit. He don't want to share the profit with anybody else, and that will induce him to work ceaselessly, so without any rest. And the sole trader will work, and thereby he will get more return. And that is what incentive to work hard, because when the sole trader works hard, thereby he will get more return. In case if the sole trader not working hard, and thereby he will get only less return, or else even sometimes he may get loss also. And that is what the second advantage of sole trading business. And the third advantage is small capital. What is small capital? The capital amount contributed by the sole trading business will be generally lesser, and that is what regarding small capital. Let us see what they given. Small capital is an important as well as specific advantage of sole proprietorship. Sole proprietor can start the business with a small capital. What is the most important advantage of a sole proprietorship business is only its amount of capital. See, with even a person who is having a small amount of capital can easily start a sole trading business, and that is what the most important advantage of sole trading business. So small capital is an important, and as well as it is the specific advantage of sole proprietorship business, and the sole proprietor can start the business with a small capital. So that is what at the third advantage. And the fourth advantage of sole trading business is credit standing. Since his private properties are held liable for satisfying the business debts, he can get more financial assistance from others. What is credit standing? See, the credit standing is nothing but the credit worthiness of a sole trader. So how so far? How much amount a sole proprietor he can able to borrow? What is this credit worthiness? Since his private properties are held liable for satisfying the business debts, he can get more financial assistance from others. See, what is the liability of a sole trader? Already we discussed in the features of sole trading concern when we discussed, and there we discussed about unlimited liability. See, the liability of a sole trader is unlimited. What is unlimited liability? When the business assets are not sufficient to pay the business debts, then the personal properties will be held liable in order to pay the amount to the creditors in case of a sole trader, and that is what regarding unlimited liability, right? So that is what, since his private properties are held liable for satisfying the business debts, he can get more financial assistance from others. So everybody will be interested to offer more financial assistance to a sole trader. Why? Because in case if a sole trader is unable to repay the amount of loan, then all the properties, all the personal assets of the sole proprietor will be held liable. So based on that, the financial assistance, he used to get more financial assistance from others, and that is what his more credit standing and his more credit worthiness. And the fifth advantage of sole trading business is the personal contact with the customers. What is the personal contact with the customers? See, always the sole trader is a person who will be having a direct relationship with the customers. So that is what the fifth advantage of a sole trading business. Let us see what they given. Since the sole proprietor knows each and every customer individually, he can supply the goods according to their taste and preferences. Thus, he can cultivate the personal relationship with the customers. So, what is the personal contact with the customers? Only the sole proprietor, he knows each and every customer individually, because he is the only person who is supplying the goods according to the taste and preferences of the customer, right? So, in a day-to-day life, only the sole trader is meeting the customers, and he alone is having the live conversation with the customers, so that the sole trader may able to provide all the goods and services based on the taste and preferences of the customers. And that is why he is having the personal contact with the customers. In a grocery shop, even in a vegetable vendor, a fruit vendor, everybody is a sole trader, and they are always selling the goods and services directly to the customers. So they are having the personal contact with the customers, and that is another advantage of sole trading business. In what way? See, when they are having a direct relationship with the customers, so automatically they will try to understand the taste and preferences of the customers, so they can able to provide the goods and services based on the taste and preferences, and thereby automatically their sales will increase. Thus, he can cultivate the personal relationship with the customers, so automatically the business will develop. And that is what the fifth advantage of sole trading business, the personal contact with the customers. And the sixth and the last advantages of sole trading business is flexibility. The sole trader can easily adjust himself to the changing requirements of his business. What is the flexibility of a sole trading business? See, whenever a sole trader want to make any corrections, he just want to make any adjustments in his business, that he can easily do without involving much changes and without involving much legal formalities. And that is what it is, a highly flexible type of organization. So sole trading business can be easily adjusted and without involving much legal formalities, and that is why it is considered as an more flexible type of business organization. I just repeat once again, the sole trader can easily adjust himself to the changing requirements of his business. So whenever a sole trader want to make any changes in the business, he can do so immediately, and that is why it is the most flexible type of organization. Okay. Now we are moving to the next segment, disadvantages of sole trading business as well as sole trader. The following are the disadvantages of a sole trader. The first disadvantage is limited capital. Since the capital is contributed by one individual only, business operations have necessarily to be on a limited scale. See, already in the advantages we have discussed small capital as an advantage, and here the same they just given as a disadvantage of as limited capital. So what is limited capital? See, just because only a small amount of capital is contributed by the sole trader, a sole trader may not be in a position to expand his business. He will, and always he just need to run his business only in a small scale, and that is what the limited capital, and that is what actually the disadvantages of a sole trading business. Just because the capital contributed by the sole trader is very much limited, he may not able to expand his business, and that is what the disadvantage. I just repeat the point, since the capital is contributed by one individual only, business operations have necessarily to be on a limited scale, so he may not able to expand the business, and that is what the problem of limited capital in sole trading business. And the second disadvantage is limited managerial skill. Single person's intelligence and experience may not help him beyond a certain stage. Since he has to focus on each and every activity, his managerial ability is bound to be limited. What is that limited managerial skills? See, one in a sole trading business, only the sole trader is a single person and he just need to take care of all the activities. Definitely a single person may not be expert in every field, in all the field, right? Automatically what will happen, he may suffer with managerial ability. He may not be expert in every field. So, and that is what is limited managerial skills or the limited managerial ability. So the ability of a sole trader may definitely it will be less in case of sole trading business, and thus will affect ultimately the business performance. And that is what single person's intelligence and experience may not help him beyond a certain stage. So a single person's intelligence and experiences will help him only to certain stage. So beyond a certain stage, definitely single person's intelligence and experience will not help, since he has to focus on each and every activity. See, in a sole trading business, he is the only person and he has to focus on each and every activity. He does not have anybody else to take part in in the business activity. So he has to focus on each and every activity. His managerial ability is bound to be limited. When a single person is assigned to take care of so many jobs, so many works, automatically what will happen, the managerial ability will be limited. And that is what the second disadvantages of sole trading business and a sole trader. The third disadvantages of sole trading business is unlimited liability. The creditors have the right to recover the dues even from the personal property of the proprietor in case the business assets are not sufficient to pay their debts. So here the third disadvantage of sole trading business is unlimited liability. What is unlimited liability? Already we explained in the features that the liability of a sole trader is unlimited. Why? How the liability of a sole trader is unlimited? See, whenever the business debts, when a sole trader is borrowing the loan, borrowing the debts, and in case if the sole trader is unable to repay the money, in such cases, whatever may be the personal assets that the sole trader owns, all such assets will be held liable. See, why this they given even as a disadvantage? In case if a sole trader is unable to do his business well, and not only his business will get affected, even all his personal properties also will get affected. And that is what the disadvantage of sole trading business as unlimited liability. Generally in a business, in case if the businessman is doing any business, he will lose only the business assets, not his personal assets. But in case of a sole trading business, once he do any mistakes, in case if the business is not earning profit, on behalf of that the business is getting a loss, in such cases the sole trader may lose even the personal property also. And that is what the disadvantages of sole trading business as just because of unlimited liability. And next we are moving to the fifth fourth disadvantages, it is lack of specialization. Since the business unit is small and the small resources are and the financial resources are limited, experts in different fields cannot be employed to secure maximum advantage. What is lack of specialization? See, only the business unit, always in a sole trading business, the business unit is generally very small and the financial resources also will be generally limited, and the experts in different fields cannot be employed to secure a maximum advantage. Already the sole trading business is suffering with a shortage of capital, because the sole trading business generally it will be started with contributing only a small amount of capital. So the financial resources already it is very much limited. So in a sole trading business, it may not be possible to appoint experts for doing so many different tasks. Only the sole trader need to take care of so many tasks, and for that purpose it is lagging with lack of specialization. It is suffering the problem of lack of specialization, because a sole trader may be expert in only one or few fields, and for doing other type of job definitely it just require the competent person, and those competent persons may not be appointed. Why? Because the capital amount contributed by a sole trader is generally limited, and just because the financial resources are limited, they may not be in a position to appoint any professionals in order to carry on different activities. And that is what the fourth disadvantages of sole trading business: lack of specialization. And the fifth disadvantages of sole trading business is hasty decision. Sole proprietor is most likely to take hasty decision as he need not consult anybody else. So there are more chances that the sole trader might take hasty decision. Why? Because he don't want to discuss with anybody else when he is going to take decision. So automatically what will happen, there are more chances that the sole trader may take a wrong decision. See, whenever we just wanted to take any decision, always it is advisable to consult with so many persons, so that all those, even all the experts and even other persons, they will give their own point of view. In their own point of view, they will just give some valuable reasons and all that we need to consider, and then finally we just need to take a decision. And such facility is not available in case of sole trading business. Why? Because in a sole trading business, there is only a single person called sole trader, and he alone need to take the entire decision. He don't have anybody to consult, and thereby there are more chances that the sole trader will take hasty decision. So that's all regarding the disadvantages of sole trading business. So with this, I just stop today's class, and we will continue further in the next video. Thank you.